Cyprus participated 36 times since their debut in 1981. Great year, 1981. It was the year I was born, so you can count backwards.
Yeah, me too.
First ever entry, finished 6th. Cyprus's best ever result, of course, was just a couple of years ago with Eleni Foureira with Fuego, and the same song kind of represented them last year, didn't it? Since 2015, Cyprus have qualified on all 5 occasions that they've taken part in Eurovision, but finished inside the top 20 only twice. Shall we have a little listen to some of Cyprus's best ever entries? Shall we? Ooh, let's do it.
My love grows stronger every minute.
There you go. Some absolute classics there. Big fan of the 1997 one, Mono. What was it? What was the song? I forgot. There you go. I mean, you needed, to be a real expert in the Cypriot Greek language for that one. But fantastic entry nonetheless. Right, 2020. Cyprus are represented by Sandro. Sandro's 23. In fact, he's German and German-American. He was born in Germany, born in a place called Heinsberg. His preferred genre is pop, ironically, because he's kind of doing it. In 2018, he participated in season 8 of The Voice Germany. So very well known with the German viewers. I wonder whether that translates into votes. 2019, he also represented the US in the New Wave competition that takes place in Russia every year in Sochi. But running is the Cypriot entry for 2020, and it's deep house. Bit of electro pop. Should we have a listen to Sandra's entry? Let's do it.
But I keep on running, I keep on running, I keep on running away. Now I keep on running, I keep on running, I don't wanna fall again.
That's cool, isn't it? I was going to stop it there because it kind of goes into a really cool beat. And besides which, we're not allowed to do more than 10 seconds because of copyright laws. There you go. Sean, you can kick it off. What do you make of running?
Well, so the song was released a week today, and I was in Stockholm for Melody Festivalen, the final, and I went to the pre-party on Friday night and did the meet and greet, and Sandro was there. He was one of the artists that you could meet. So I had a little chat with him. If it was Mr. Charisma who was entering, he'd get 12 points across the board. He's such a lovely guy. Yeah, really nice, really strong American accent, like you say. I think his parents I think his dad's from America. And yeah, he kept calling me dude all the time. That's a first, isn't it? Me, dude. But the song itself, I like it. It's good to dance to. Because the song had only just been released, it was his first live performance. So really, everybody was kind of listening out. Can he hold it live? You know, is it as good as it is as the record is? The choruses he nailed completely, but in the verses when he was performing, he seemed to struggle a little bit in the lower ranges, and perhaps it was nerves. You know, first performance of a new song. Perhaps it was nerves. I don't know. It was very, very busy in the nightclub. So yeah, but a decent song. Will it qualify for the final? Yes, I think so, because we've got about 10 upbeat songs in 41, mid-tempo and slow numbers. So yeah, I think it'll stand out. I think it'll go through. I don't think it's got a hell of a chance of winning, but he's a lovely guy. So yeah, fingers crossed for him.
There you go. That's Sean's opinion. Yerna, what do you make of this?
Well, when I heard the song, I had like mixed feelings. I kind of liked it, but then it's kind of like mid-table for me. He reminded me a little bit of Loïc Notet. I don't know why. Maybe because of the video and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna qualify. I think there are a lot of better songs, in that semifinal, and I think he will have a little bit of trouble qualifying for the final. And if he does, I think it'll be 9th, 10th, But it's an okay song, but nothing special for me, actually.
Ooh, okay, Gemma, is this one that I'm going to go back to these bangers because we know you love bangers so much. Even though you put me right last night, what did you make of this? And this is one you'd be dancing to.
Banger. Yes. This is a club song. Like, there's no other way to describe it. You want to say deep house? Sure. But this is only good in a club. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how it actually plays on a Eurovision stage. So it's going to be hard to stage. And we always know that, like, club songs don't necessarily do that well at Eurovision. So it'll be interesting. But I will absolutely be dancing to this song whenever it is played. Guarantee it.
Andy, as a songwriter, what did you make of this?
Well, it's a 6-minute song. I mean, as Gemma says, it's a club song. So it's a 6-minute song that's been truncated into 3 minutes in my mind because it just gets going. You think, that's a really nice beat. Stops, does something else. That's great in a different setting. But for Eurovision, either they've got something really, really specific in mind for how they're going to stage it, and the song was written around the staging idea, or it's going to be very, very difficult to pull off.
Okay. And finally, Ian, is this a song that is likely to see Cyprus retain its successful record over the last few years and qualify?
I see this song as like 2016 with Hovik, Remember Gravity.
Yeah.
It's an okay song. It might be done like good or great in terms of the staging, and it's gonna qualify, but it's not gonna do anywhere in the scoreboard come Saturday. It does remind me of that song, Waiting for Tonight.
Jennifer Lopez.
No, yeah. Just the beat. I don't know, but it kind of reminds me of that song when I played it. I haven't like heard him in the interview, so I don't know how charismatic he is. We might see it in the pre-party. I don't know because of certain viruses that are going around. Because like Spain has cancelled. I don't know if London is. Oh, sorry.
We don't talk about that. That doesn't happen. Never happened. Never will.
But,
sorry, carry on, Ian.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see in May.
I think this has got real potential. Actually, he's a great singer, by the way, and this is a kind of song that needs a performance, right? It needs the right choreography. It needs the right stage show. Mel,
Yes,
you love a banger.
I do.
Was this a
And
banger for you?
I think it's a banger, but I do agree. Like, I don't know how it's going to translate. Like in a club, it's going to sound brilliant. Like on a playlist, it sounds great. But how do you do that live and kind of keep the same vibe?
Yeah.
But I think it'll qualify. I don't think it's going to have any issue qualifying. He's young, he's fit, and it's a banger. So
He certainly seems popular. Right, okay, so there you go. That's Cyprus. I think what we want to do now is find out, do we think it's a qualifier? Because it seems a bit borderline from what everyone's saying. And if it does qualify, where do we think roughly it's finishing in the final? Is it finishing bottom 5, bottom 6 even? Is it finishing 20-10, 10-5, or top 5? Mel, let's start with you. What do you think? Is it qualifying? And
I think it's qualifying, and I think it'll be between like 10 and 20, maybe about 16.
Kind of middling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yerna, what about you?
I don't think it's qualifying. There are too many, better songs in that semifinal. So.
Okay, non-qualifier for you. Sean, what about yourself?
I think it'll qualify, but I think maybe 16th, 17th, 18th position in the final.
Yeah, okay. Ian, what about yourself?
I think it's going to qualify. It's either going to be a surprise qualifier, like 8th or 10th in the score, and I think it's gonna go right side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, on the final night. Okay. Gemma, what about yourself?
This banger is qualifying. It will be maybe like, the 20 to 10. But yes, we need all the bangers we need in this final. Like, we need all of them.
Yeah.
And just a little, I'm very, very sorry I didn't bring my Cyprus flag down, because I'd assume Oben would be here and he'd have, his massive one. Didn't need to bring mine. So I'm really sorry. And it's not Cyprus without Oben.
I should probably make the point that Oben was due on tonight, but he's been quarantined somewhere in Cyprus. Apparently he's fine, so don't get worried about him.
Oh, is he actually? I thought you were taking piss.
No, genuinely, he's getting a shag somewhere. That's actually what's happening. And he's using it as an excuse. So
really?
Somewhere, Oben is watching this. So Oben, just finish what you're doing and jump on the show. It's a good boy. Finally, Andy, is this qualifying and where's it finishing?
No, it's not qualifying, but if it does, it'll do very well. Because it's going to be so difficult to do this and do it well on stage that if they manage to pull it off, a bit like Switzerland last year, it looked superb, it sounded superb, and it showed you how to stage a dance song. So if they manage to do that, it could do very well, but it's not for me.
Well, just looking at something in the chat room, actually. And first of all, we're just going to say hello to everyone who's in the chat room. Hello to Gustav. Hello to Jay Kingston. David Gonzalez from Portugal. Ahmet K. We've got WVMB. We've got ESC Netherlands. Who else? We got John Boy. We've got, I've said Ahmed, haven't I? We've got Danny Gascoigne's in the chat room. That's it. Yeah. Keep your comments coming in, guys. Keep them coming in. We will put them on screen. Oh my God, where's Yerna? This happened. Okay, so this happened last year. Yerna's slightly off screen. She'll be back on in a minute. There's definitely a sort of a thing between ESC Netherlands and Yerna. Or maybe we should quiz Yerna when she comes on the screen shortly. But for now, everyone's disappeared. We're kind of saying that Cyprus are borderline qualifiers, and if they were to qualify, we're saying sort of middle to bottom end of the final table. Shame for Cyprus, but it'd be good to see him in the final, and we do need loads of bangers, Gemma. You're quite right. That for now is Cyprus done.